What's up, guys? It's Tarik here again with another Bitcoin video update. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Bitcoin pre-halving retrace. This is historically usually when around 30 days before the Bitcoin halving that's coming up on April 20th, 2024, Bitcoin usually takes a dump. And it's simply because, usually at that time, people are up on their Bitcoin position. Maybe they've bought some Bitcoin mining stocks, some Coinbase, MicroStrategy, or perhaps are even up on the underlying asset or in some of these altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, etc. Usually, Bitcoin, the price crashes. Now, historically, Bitcoin during the last two pre-halving retracements, Bitcoin has gone down anywhere between 20 to 40%. And that's a lot what we've seen lately. Okay, Bitcoin topped out in its price about a week ago or almost 2 weeks ago at about 73 to 74,000, and now the price is down around 8%. So I really do believe that this is a great dip buying opportunity. When we're in a positive bull cycle, it's usually very, very profitable and a very good idea to buy these dips. So far in the current cycle, when Bitcoin bottomed during the FTX collapse, okay, back in November 2022, there's been around 3 to 4 retracements, around 20%, and Bitcoin has picked up all of these sell-offs and run much higher. So I know a lot of you guys are worried. I have some of my clients reaching out to me wondering why your Bitcoin mining stocks are down. Today on Monday, okay, March 18, Bitcoin took a huge dump. Okay, Bitcoin, dumped a bit, and also MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy was an asset, ticker symbol MSTR. It sold off 15%. So a lot of people are a little bit worried, especially if you bought kind of closer to the Bitcoin's all-time high. So in this video, I'm going to quickly kind of explain what the pre-halving retrace is and kind of some strategies that you guys can use to navigate it. So if you guys like this information, you want some more one-on-one private consultations with me, you can find my email address in the link description below. We can set up a one-on-one call via Skype or WhatsApp, and you get a chance to pick my brain, and I do my best to help you guys out. So let's talk about it. What is the Bitcoin pre-halving retrace? Well, usually, like I said, around 30 days before any Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin usually drops anywhere from 20 to 40% in price. Now, I believe that over time, this retrace is going to continue to shrink because there are more long-term hodlers like me, like a lot of you guys I know are, diamond hands, and you don't really sell a lot of your Bitcoin. So this gap will continue to be smaller. So in the previous halving, Bitcoin dumped around 20%, and a lot of that happened actually during the pandemic dip back in March 2020, and Bitcoin recovered quite nicely. So now we're at around 32, 31 days with the halving on April 20th, 2024, depending on when you guys are watching this video. So we've already dumped around 8% from all-time highs. Now, if Bitcoin repeats the previous halvings performance, leading up to the halving, this retrace could send us down to as low as 58,000. So for any of you guys out there that have some open leverage long positions, or you guys are holding call options expiring at the end of the week, or you just FOMO into any of these assets, be prepared for a dip. Okay, do not panic. This historically, Bitcoin has always recovered from these pre-halving retracements. Do not worry, but you need to know what's going on. It's important not to panic sell and not to basically lock in those losses and then lose your assets. And the next thing you know, Bitcoin usually not 100% guaranteed when, but usually leading up to the halving, it will recover, and especially post halving, the price will pump. So, like I said, this is normal. Do not panic. The most important thing to do in crypto is you really need to manage your emotions. Okay. Obviously, I come from, mostly a stock market background. I've been, involved in the stock markets for the last 20 years, and I've been involved in crypto for the last 5 years. And I do realize that crypto is way more emotional than the stock market. So you're going to see violent swings in the price of Bitcoin, a lot of these crypto mining stocks that I talk about, and a lot of things like MicroStrategy and Coinbase. The thing to do is do not panic. Understand what you hold. Okay, if you take a look at Bitcoin's 200-day moving average, it usually goes up over time. So the best thing you can do is usually just do nothing on a lot of these assets. Just hold them. But if you're looking to swing trade or you're looking to maximize your gains, be prepared for a dip potentially to 58,000. Now, what I'm personally doing is I'm freeing up some of my cash and I'm looking to buy these dips as we stay under 70K. So if we hit 65K, 64, 63, 62, 61, 58, no problem. I'm going to be dumping more money into the markets. And then this is a unique opportunity for a lot of these Bitcoin mining stocks, okay? Because Bitcoin mining stocks offer a lot of extra opportunities like selling call options to generate income, okay? You can kind of de-risk your portfolio. You don't have to put all of your money in, say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, or any assets like this. You can put some money in, into different places and kind of give yourself a more balanced portfolio to kind of maximize the beta, the volatility and your potential returns. So the next thing I would recommend doing is really pay attention to Bitcoin's movement right on March 20th. Okay, after March 20th, we're going to see where Bitcoin goes. If it takes a dip, this would be a signal for me to buy, and especially to buy some of these crypto mining stocks. So crypto mining stocks like Marathon Digital, CleanSpark, Riot, Bitfarms, Cypher. These are all companies that are going to benefit from this post-halving, this halving cycle. And I would say do not be afraid to buy the dip on some of these assets. I just listened to a great X.com space talk being led by Mike Alford, and he made a great point talking about the Bitcoin mining stocks, how this whole sector is going to explode and there's going to be a lot of new capital flowing into it, especially in the second half of 2024 and of course in 2025, probably during the peak of the bull run. So don't be afraid to dip your toe and accumulate, or if you already have an existing position, to add more fuel to the fire to increase your position, because you can potentially really increase your net worth and really make a better future for yourself and your family if you buy some of these crypto mining stocks with these smaller market caps under $10 billion. You're kind of like the early mover. If some of these companies do well, and a lot of these companies like Marathon, CleanSpark, they're growing their hash rate, they're investing in more miners, and they're just, even though they're diluting shareholders, they're using this money to basically expand their business and to strengthen their balance sheet, which are two crucial things during this next cycle, because a lot of Bitcoin miners are going to become insolvent or go bankrupt. This is just unfortunately what happens. We saw this happen during the bear market in 2022. A lot of companies went under. So the companies that are left now are the stronger ones. Like I said, in crypto especially, and in just life in general, only the strong survive. So don't be afraid to get some of these Bitcoin mining stocks to survive the previous bear market. They're probably some of the best investments that you can get involved in. If you're interested in Bitcoin, this could be a good chance to profit from the retracement. This could be a good chance for you to open some short positions. Okay, you could open some short positions on some exchanges like Bybit or Fimex. Or if you're into stock options, you could buy some put options to profit from this volatility. So we potentially could see this volatility, another drawdown or retracement in Bitcoin on around March 20th. And maybe that retracement will run from like March 20th to March 27th, 2024, maybe even lead a little bit into April. But I'm going to be slamming the table and buying up these assets, buying the dip on these retracements, because historically Bitcoin has always recovered from these retracements before the halving, and buying kind of this fear is a great way to make a lot of money. Okay, and then the last thing I want to mention when it comes to the pre-halving retracement is really don't be afraid to kind of get those assets that have always been in the back of your mind. So for me, example, I had 3 goals during this short month, this 30-day period leading up to halving. My goals were to add more Bitcoin, increase my stake in Marathon Digital, and buy more MicroStrategy for my retirement. So that's kind of my 3-pronged strategy: stack Bitcoin, invest in Marathon, which has the most Bitcoin on its balance sheet by far in terms of all the publicly traded miners, and to add MicroStrategy to my retirement portfolio. The reason is I believe MicroStrategy is like the next Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway stock, I'm not exactly sure what it's at now, but last time I checked, it was like $600,000 a share. So for me, MicroStrategy is like, sailors like the Buffett, the Warren Buffett of crypto. So, MicroStrategy in my IRA, Marathon, that is my favorite Bitcoin mining company simply because they just have the largest HODL balance. I do believe CleanSpark, Cypher, Riot, others miners are interesting, but Like I said, guys, Marathon has damn near 17,000 Bitcoin. Uh, so like I said, um, that's one of my favorite miners. And then, of course, just to stack the underlying assets. So when we reach hyper Bitcoinization, I'll be able to use some of my Bitcoin to do things like buy real estate, pay for groceries, whatever I want to do in the future when everyone wakes up and realizes that accepting Bitcoin for payments is a much better long term business strategy than just taking fiat currency. So that's my three-pronged strategy, guys. We'll see what happens during this pre-halving retracement. It should be interesting. I do believe that over time these retracements will continue to get smaller. So far we're at 8% from the previous high. But as more and more long-term hodlers come in, these retracements should continue to shrink. The previous one was 20%. Now we're at around 8. Maybe this one will be 10 or 15. And then maybe in the next bull run, it might just be 5%. As Bitcoin's price continues to swell, these retracements will continue to shrink. So like I said, guys, that's what I think. We'll see what happens. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave any questions you have in the comment section below. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care.